I'm sorry.
Ow.
I'm sorry. Did I hurt you? Oh, I should put my, where's my headphones? Okay, hi everybody. This is Julianne Lichty, and I got my student Jacob Smiley here.
That's right.
And we are doing third Facebook Live for Actors and Actioners. I've decided, Jacob, that I'm going to call this the, I wish I could find my headphones, because, sorry guys, because then you can hear me better. What did I do with them?
Here, you can use mine.
Just plug them in, and then use your speaker.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so sweet. Hopefully they can hear you too then. So it'll be right here. Anyway, hi everybody. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Take two, just like your class.
Okay, yes, okay. So, hi. Welcome to Actors and Actioners. I've decided to call this Acting from All Angles. So we're going to be looking at acting from all the different angles, all right?
Awesome.
So, and today we are going to be talking about Bumblefooting and the actor's mental health. So if you don't know what Bumblefooting is, just hang on for 1 second because we're going to tell you in a minute. But first, I'll introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Julianne Lichty Stratton. I am the creator of Actors in Action, which is a technique of acting here with the school starting here in Salt Lake, and we're starting to branch out to LA and New York and different things like that. And I train my actors to be able to just do fantastically audition, callback, whatever. It's Stanislavski, it's Meisner, it's Uta Hagen, it's a little of this, a little of that. My 30 years of experience as a professional actor, all put together, and then I help other people find their own process and be fabulous. So anyway, okay, so today we are at Suro Studios here in Salt Lake City. This is my studio I teach out of. I'm gonna give you a nice little view. Oh, I'm probably gonna unplug stuff. And anyway, and the reason that we're here is because tonight we're doing a showcase. We're doing the advanced class showcase, which we do about twice a year. And we worked for several months on a bunch of different scenes, right? And Jacob is helping us out so tremendously. He is in charge of the sound equipment here, right?
Yep.
So he just, because I bumblefooted with the sound equipment a bit, which we're going to talk about, and Jacob came in and troubleshot, which I'm really grateful for, because the acoustics here are not very great. It's a beautiful little studio. But last time we did a showcase, everybody was like, it was great, but we couldn't hear anybody, which is super frustrating, right? So so I went and rented speakers and body mics and the whole thing. And we rehearsed last night, and one of them didn't work, and we called Jacob, and he ran over, and so he's our tech guy with us. So thank you, Jacob.
You're welcome.
You're our hero. Wow. Yay. So nice. Okay, so let's talk about Bumblefooting, all right? First of all, what is Bumblefooting? I'll tell you technically. Also I want to talk about you guys while you're here. So if you're watching this, which hopefully we've got, it looks like we've got a couple people. Hi, everybody.
What
You can send comments and say hi. I'm still learning the comment thing, how to do the comment thing. But with Bumblefooting, I think it's something that certainly something that I do. And I'm here to help actors be able to address all the different aspects of acting. And Jacob's going to chime in a little bit here too. So there's so many aspects to acting, right? And we get confused and we're like, how do I do this? And how do I do that? And how do I get an agent? And how do I get myself together? And I've come up with, there's 5 basic categories for making and acting. And that is the ABCEFs of acting. No D. I don't know if there's D. I can't come up with a D, but it's ABCEF of acting. ABCEF. Yes. Okay. So acting is, the first one is appearance, how you look, that kind of stuff. We're not going to talk about that today. And Jacob has no problem with that.
Thank you.
Cutie, and he's got a great smile. That's why I call him Jacob Smiley. Okay. And then B is business. Business, super important. Knowing like how to market yourself, knowing where you fit in, branding, all that kind of stuff. Business, and then craft, which I'm all about the craft, right? Because if you don't have your craft together, if you can't like walk into a room for an audition and do your best, then how are you going to get back in that room? You're not. Craft is huge. And then we've got emotional fitness and financial fitness. Okay, right? So Jacob has taken my business seminar, so he's heard this before. So we're going to go to E. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about E, the emotional fitness for an actor, which is huge, right? You're depressed, or maybe you're partying too much, or maybe you've got some health issues. you're not going to be able to put your best foot forward for acting. You just can't. You got to be clear. It's such a complicated but fabulous career. Can be really hard to put your best foot forward if you don't know, if you don't feel good, right? If you don't feel good. So I'm actually going to just look over here and see if I can read from my other Actors in Actioner page on a different device, if anybody is giving comments, because I thought I knew how to do that, but I don't quite know how to do it. So anyway, all right, we'll just continue and I will troubleshoot that. Okay, so I'm going to just talk about Bumblefooting. What is Bumblefooting? I know I've been saying, I'm going to talk about Bumblefooting. They're like, what is that? I'm like, well, watch the Facebook Live. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, so I love animals. I have 3 cats, 2 dogs, a bunch of finches, some parakeets, fish, chickens. I love them. You know, you've seen my house.
Your pig too.
My pig. Oh my gosh, I had a pig. I had to rehome her because my husband wanted to eat her.
She was eating at everybody.
But she was a biter. It was terrible. Anyway, so I rehomed her, and she's now has a pig boyfriend named Harley. Her name's Daisy, and so it's all worked out.
Yay.
She was one of those the littler pigs, the potbellies. Anyway, so birds. So I've got these finches, and finches have really delicate little feet. Most birds do, right? Chickens, all that kind of stuff. And there is a certain disease called bumblefoot that birds get on their feet. When it gets too rough, maybe they'll get picked by a thorn or something like that, and it gets infected and it swells up and it's really big, and it makes them so they can't grip onto their perches anymore. So they slide off and they can't get a good grip.
Oh.
And it's very sad. So you have to like take them to the vet, you have to lance it, you have to clean it out, get the wound out and all that clear, and sometimes get them on antibiotics. So I was thinking about Bumblefooting, and lately I've been doing a lot of work with Actors in Action. I've been doing just like going great guns with stuff with my students. We're doing this fabulous showcase, all this stuff. And I've noticed sometimes that when I go to do something, like I'll be on the computer and I'll be wanting to do stuff, I'll kind of trip myself up. It's like I can't get a hold of things because of fear, because of anxiety, because maybe I don't think I'm worthy of doing this or whatever. And I was like, that's just like my little finches. My finches don't have bumblefoot. But if they did, I can't get a grasp on something. I can't clutch onto it. I can't work efficiently because I've got this fear going on and I'm bumblefooting. I'm like all over the place, right? Mm-hmm. So Jacob, do you have any experience with that yourself? Have you ever felt like it's like you're out of sync and you can't quite get yourself to do what you want to do, but you know you want to? Have you ever felt anything like that? Maybe you haven't. Maybe you're lucky.
In the early days when I first started taking your class, sometimes I would have a premise of what I think should happen. So I would stumble on scenes with people who would give me a beat or a reaction that I wasn't prepared for. Okay.
All right, that's great. That's a great way of looking at it. So it can incorporate into acting. So yeah, so I'm talking about that energy we have when we can't quite do what we want to do. We know what we want to do, and we're lucky if we know what we want to do. And certainly in a scene as well, we always want something, but we want something, but we can't quite do it. So what do we do about bumbleFooting? What can we do? I think getting rid of our bumbleFooting, which hopefully you guys relate to this. Maybe I'm the only person in the world who bumblefoots, and I really wish I could see the comments. Actually, if anybody's on there, well, I know there's some people on there. If anybody's had any kind of experience with bumblefooting, what I'm calling bumblefooting, just let us know. Just go ahead, and maybe if I got on my phone too. Jacob's techie. Jacob, can you help me figure this out? Will you get on my phone here? Here's the Facebook thing. It should be Actors and Actioners. My phone that's about to die. I'm gonna get this thing. Oh, I'm doing it myself.
You are.
Let's see, look at me.
Good job.
But how do I see where the comments are? Oh, look how cute we are.
Boom. Comments.
Right there, comments. No comments.
Not yet.
Dudes, comments, give us comments.
I'm gonna do a test one then.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna do a test one. Awesome. This will be from me because he signed in, but it's okay. So, okay, bumblefooting. I am bumblefooting right now, aren't I? Okay,
shout outs to Cheryl and Taryn.
Oh, Cheryl and Taryn are here. Hi. Yay. Cool. Okay, bumblefooting. So, what do we do? Well, let's look at our bird friends. So they have bumblefoot. They've got these sores on their feet and they can't grasp onto stuff, right? So they have to have it lanced, they have to have it cleaned out, they have to have the wound healed. It's the same thing in any kind of mental health, any kind of thing that gets in the way of us doing what we want. Because I think for actors, we have, I know with me, I don't know with you, Jacob, but do you ever feel like you can't, you have those thoughts of like, oh, you know, why try? I shouldn't even audition. I shouldn't even try it. Do you ever have those thoughts?
Oh, goodness.
Sometimes?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, there's a few times where I'm like, why am I doing this?
Right.
And then you find something to latch onto and realize this is my craft, and I want to.
Yeah.
Habits just take time. You got to exercise at them.
So I think all of us have those feelings of like, I can't do this. I don't want to do it, which causes us to doubt ourselves, which causes us to bumblefoot, which causes us to like just fall apart. And then why go on? So we're going to talk today about solutions for that, okay? So one of the great things, oh, there's Hazel. Hazel says, is bumblefoot the same as not being able to handle your nerves or anxiety? Yes, it is. It's the result of that because it makes you clumsy and you bumblefoot and you're like, you can't, it means you can't get a grasp, you can't get hold, you can't get purchase on something that you want. Just like those little birds, they can't climb up, they can't hold on to the branches, and so they fall off. So you're ungrounded. You're not able to ground and really do what you want. All right? Yes. So it comes from this emotional upheaval that we have in ourselves, which I think most of us have. And I think as actors, it gets really, really difficult to be present and to allow ourselves, our real selves there because of our nerves, because of all of our stuff. Cheryl, hey, it says, I definitely relate. I sometimes have an all or nothing mentality. Like I have to spend all day, every day dedicated to acting, or else I have those thoughts of, ugh, I haven't been working lately. They won't want me to audition. Or, oh, I'm not in the right headspace right now.
Well
totally.
Well
yeah,
said.
that was great. So yeah, so we're going to talk about some actual techniques. I'll wait till I'm in that place. So she says she feels like I'm not in that place. I can't go acting. I can't, I gotta just wait till I'm in place. So actually, there's a way to get out of that headspace and into the headspace of creativity to get through your bumblefoot, okay?
Yay.
So, and there's lots of ways. There's many, many ways. And I'm going to talk about one in particular right now. So this is actually a form of therapy. Yes, we're going to talk about therapy because I personally have tons of experience with therapy. And I'm not telling people they need to go to therapy. Oh, Cheryl says, yay! I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell anybody to go to therapy. But there is something that I have worked on in my many years of therapy, which has helped me. I've done everything, therapy, just all different kinds of stuff to get myself clear and able to really move forward with my acting and my life. So something we're going to talk about is called IFS. It's Internal Family Systems. And it is a form of self-therapy that anybody can do on themselves. And I'm going to give you a link to this guy named Jay Early, who is sort of, I don't think he made IFS, but if he didn't come up with it, here we go, here's our link. If he didn't come up with it, he is the one who really moved it along. So the idea with IFS, and hang in here with me because it might get a little airy-fairy and whatever, but let's face it, this emotional component is airy-fairy. It's nebulous. It's something we can't really grasp onto unless we allow ourselves to fall into it. So, and I'm not apologizing about it. I think it's really great to get airy-fairy because that can be super effective. All right. So in IFS, his idea is that, and I think a lot of actors will love this because you can use your imagination. So internal family systems actually means that we as a person have lots of parts to ourselves. They have lots of things. And think about it. Don't you have the part that's courageous, and you have a part that's really scared, and you have a part that knows what they want, and a part that's I want pizza, or we have different parts in us, right? Jacob, can you relate to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you think about any parts maybe you would have in you? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. In my professional life, on my career, eventually I want to move into acting where I can do this all the time. But you know, for now, at my 9-to-5 job, I like to keep a professional persona. I like to go in there knowing what I'm going to do.
Right, right. Cool, awesome. Okay, so what Jay Early has us do is, and the IFS, is to just look inside of yourself, and a great way, and find these parts. And a great way to do it is when some anxiety comes up. And so some anxiety will come up, like say you have an audition, and you want to prepare for it. I don't know if anybody's done this. You want to prepare for it, but you're so nervous that you're not going to book it. Like, why even try? Why even try? So you've got some part there, right, saying, you know, Julianne, Jacob, forget about it. Don't even try. And so then you don't really prepare for it, and then you go into the audition and, you know, you do a so-so job and you're okay, but you don't get it, and then you're like, see, I told you, right? So when that happens next time, just sit with yourself for a second. You might want to take out a piece of paper and a pen and just write down what's going on. Have a little conversation with yourself. And you might find that you have something called a protector there. So a protector is a part of yourself that usually came up from when you were a kid that protected you from things that were too scary and overwhelming as a kid. And you've still got the protector there, but the protector is pretty outdated. But it doesn't know that. It doesn't know. It's like, it's thinking, oh my goodness, Jacob, if you go in, so I'll be your protector, if you go into that audition and you know, make a fool of yourself, they're going to laugh at you and you're going to feel terrible and it's going to be horrible and your day is going to be over and the monsters are going to come eat you, or whatever from your childhood you had. And you're like, oh, you're right, I should listen to you. So your protector is really strong and it's going to fight and it's going to be like, nope, don't work on your audition. Just sit there. Don't think about it. Let's, you know, we can't go out there and be vulnerable, because if you do, they're going to laugh at you, right? So what you can do, you can get in touch with that protector. You can even give them names. You can ask them, what's your name? And because we're actors, we can do that. I have some really fun protectors. I have one called Maximilian Forsyth. And he's this little imp. And he likes to get in there and be like, he just likes to mess things up just to be funny. And I know. And we've become friends though. So you ask the protector, hey, what's your name? And they'll tell you. And you can ask them, hey, so how old do you think I am? You ask them, and they'll say, oh, you're 3. So you know they've been with you since you were 3. Okay, and you're like, oh, interesting. And you say, you know, actually, I'm the age I am now. They'll be like, what? What? You know, how did that happen? You're just like, well, things have been going on. And then what you can do is you can like invite them to tea, or you can just say, hey, you know what? Let's just chat for a minute and tell me a little bit more about what you do and why you do it. And they're like, well, you know, let's say your protector's name is Flitterhouse Monsky, or Ed. We'll make it simple. His name is Ed. And you can get an image of him. He's got glasses. He's like he's very skinny. He's like very serious. So Ed, what is it that you do to protect me? Well, Jacob, what I do. Remember that time when you were at preschool and you did show and tell and you brought a picture of your dead cat and everybody laughed at you and you felt really dumb? Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Well, I am protecting you from stuff like that because it's too painful. Remember how much pain you were in?
Oh, that sounds like my friend. You're so right.
Yeah, right. So I'm just your friend. And you can say to Ed, thank you so much. That is so amazing you did that. Because they work really hard. Our protectors work really hard to protect us. And you say, Ed, thanks. I appreciate how hard you work. But I just want to tell you something. Perhaps, you know, I'm not 3 anymore. Perhaps you know that. And the world has really changed. And actually, I have these adult skills where I can be okay when people make fun of me. I'm really secure now. And Ed might go, what? Are you kidding me? I'm like, yeah, no. And in fact, I really don't need to have you working so hard doing this. So, and they'll be like, oh, and usually they're relieved because they work really hard. And they'll go, oh, okay, great. So what I always do to them, and I say, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to offer you retirement or a vacation if you want. And in fact, sometimes they don't want to retire. They want to keep working. And you're like, that's great. That's fine. I get it. But how about if you go on a trip around the world on me? Here you go. Here's a ticket. Go on that trip, get relaxed. And they'll usually be like, oh, that'd be so great. You know, go to your favorite place, go travel, You know, you can even send them to outer space if you want, because we're actors, we've got imagination, whatever. They can come back, and then they can tell them, Ed, when you get back, I want to put you to work doing something else. Because, and this is what you do, you tell them how much you appreciate them. I really appreciate your hard work, because they have worked hard. They have worked really hard for you, and they're really smart. And, you know, what is some other kind of job that you would like to do instead once you get back from your vacation? And they could be like, well, this would be for me, because like I love Tilda Swinton. I think she's like the greatest actress ever. So if it was my guy, which, you know, my protector, I'd say, well, you know, maybe I could help you track down Tilda Swinton and get to work with her. And I'd be like, yes, that sounds like a really great use of your productivity and your brilliance and all your kind of stuff. So that makes the protector feel great. And they're like, okay, great. And then you just let them go and they go off. Okay? And usually, I know this sounds wacky, but usually it works. So as I said, I put a link for the IFS, Internal Family Systems Therapy, personal growth programs. I'm not getting anything from it, just Jay Early. I just love what they do. And it's a way, it gives you this whole map. It gets much more in depth than that. But it gives this whole way of working on your blocks, of working on ways of getting rid of your anxiety, getting rid of all that kind of stuff. And it's really incredible. It's really incredible. So I'm passing that on to you guys, and that will help you stop bumblefooting, all right? Which is help me stop too. It really helps. And it's a progress. You have to work at it. You're not going to just be like, oh, you know, this happened once and now I've fixed it all, because other protectors will come up. Usually, in my experience, when you have a heart-to-heart with this particular protector, then they'll go away. They'll just go, and they'll come back, and they may help you with other things, but we usually have lots of protectors. So that is my thing on bumblefooting and mental health for the actor, which of course mental health for the actor is huge. We could talk, again, all of these subjects, all the five ABCEFs of acting: appearance, business, craft, emotional fitness, and financial fitness. All of them have huge amounts of depth we can go in them. So this is just one aspect of the actor's mental health. So if anybody has anything they want to comment on this, if they felt it was helpful, I'd love to hear. Just a couple other things to put out there with what's going on with us today at Actors and Actioners. Tonight is the fabulous showcase for the advanced class. Actors in Action advanced class is here. We're doing 6 scenes. We're doing some Chekhov, some Shakespeare, some O'Neill, a little bit of Lanford Wilson. We've been working really hard on it. So we're at Suro Studios. That is 740 West, 1700 South, Suite 5 in Salt Lake City. I'm going to post a couple of links for that up there. I don't have those links ready, which I should. Tonight from 7 to 9, it's $12 suggested donation. It is a charity event. All the proceeds go to Help Hope Live, which helps people that have had organ transplants, helps them financially. Yeah, because one of our actors actually just had a liver transplant, and so we're going to be helping that charity out, which is awesome. And then also tomorrow, so excited! Tomorrow we have our class for our improv class here from 4 to 5:30, and we are having Michael Haycock teach us, who is a fantastic teacher and improvisationer. So I'm really excited. It's from 4 to 5:30 here. It's $5, and come. We're having a lot of kids come to it, which is great. We've got a lot of my youth corps kids there, but it's for adults too. So come on down and just check it out. You can do that. Go grab a bite to eat, and then come back for the showcase. And I think that's all the things I have to announce, right? I think so. So Jacob, do you want to say any words? Any parting shots here? Thanks, Jacob, for being here. Yeah. So fun to have somebody else here with me while I'm figuring this out.
Well, Actors in Action is a great course.
Thank you.
It's one of the best by far.
Thank you.
Yeah, please come down and check it out. Tomorrow we have class Saturday mornings, Wednesday evenings. Like we got the improv and.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. I am doing a free intro class in Utah Valley at UVU on the 12th of February, Monday the 12th, from 6:30 to 8. So if you want to find out what Actors in Action's about, just come there and I do this free intro. I talk a little bit about it. We do some exercises. We do our verb playing, behavioral dynamics, and then we do some kernel work.
Oh, wow.
And if you don't know what that is, you have to show up to class and find out. So I'll be posting that one too. So
they're really good.
They're fun. Okay, we are here to help the actors from all angles. I mean, acting from all angles is what the name of this show is going to be called.
Actors from all angles?
Acting from all angles.
Acting from all angles.
Acting from all angles.
More episodes to come.
More episodes to come. Okay, cool. And you know, if you liked this, just like it, comment, spread the word, get people to watch this. I know we're going to have other people watching it once we sign off and everything. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, I'm Julianne Lichty with Actors in Action, and this is Jacob Smiley, one of my students, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Adios. Oh, smiles. We got smiles.
And
hearts.
And
oh,
hearts.
great. Thank you.
We love and smile.
We love you guys. Okay. Bye.